Hi everyone. Today I wanted to share a brief video about the practice of Kundalini Yoga and what it's kind of done for me and what it is in general. So, for me, after like 4 or 5 years of practicing many forms of yoga and studying yogic philosophy, I came across Yogi Bhajan's form of Kundalini Yoga, which he had brought to the West, I think in the 1960s or 70s, and I found it to be very powerful energetically and very beneficial for my spiritual, mental, and emotional growth. And what Kundalini Yoga is and what's like special about it is it combines asana, physical movement, mantra, sound, and the power of the sound, meditation, and breath work. And these all come together, and deep relaxation. Coming together, it's like a perfect blend, and it works with your entire energy system, from strengthening your aura and your energetic field to opening up each of your chakras from the crown to the root, and helping with things such as courage and willpower, breaking through fear, opening the heart to love, insight, wisdom, meditation. And also, another maybe lesser known part of these Kundalini Kriyas is they work with like so much of the different systems in your body, such as like your heart, your lungs, your bowels, your kidneys, and adrenals. Like there's different kriyas that work with different parts of the body as well. So you're working on a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual level when you're doing these practices. And so I found it to be of extreme benefit, and I wanted to teach it in the area because it's not very common out here. The closest place was in Chicago and in Northwest Indiana, where I live, and wanted to teach it. The practice couldn't really be found, and I wanted to share something that has done so much for me with others. So, like, that's the gist of the Kundalini practice. Some of the methods, like you'll do some unorthodox type asanas, movements and stuff that might be different than would be done in a vinyasa class, and they're structured in very specific sets to achieve very specific results. And they also do challenge your ego, because sometimes you're doing postures or movements or mantras that are uncommon or that might feel weird or out of the ordinary to do, but they're for very specific energetic purposes. So Kundalini Yoga kind of combines, you usually start with tuning in with the mantra and some warm-ups, and then you'll do breath work, various different pranayama, energetic breath exercises for many different purposes. And there's hundreds, even thousands of kriya sets in Kundalini Yoga. So there's so much like variety, and they all have their own purpose and their own results. So I can't comprehensively explain them all here. And then you do the kriya, which is the main set, whatever your kriya is that you're doing, whether it's kriya for awakening the 10 bodies, or kriya for the adrenals and kidneys, or kriya for the magnetic field and heart center, or kriya for heart, lungs, and deep meditation. Whatever the kriya is, then you do that. And then there's either the meditation first, which might be a mantra-based meditation or a silence-based meditation, many different kinds. And then either before or after that, there's a deep relaxation period for 5, 10, 15 minutes, where you are kind of shutting yourself up so that your energy field can like newly recalibrate with the work you've done, and kind of quiet the mind and let everything settle and come together in its new balance. And so that's kind of like the practice, and then there's a closing out part to it as well, either a singing or like a mantra to finish. But another important part, and the final thing I want to add, is the music too. And we always play like holy type music, whether it's from the Sikh tradition, which is what Kundalini Yoga normally uses, or other holy music, because like the vibrations of the sound also are working with you. So you're using all these different methods, the sound, the mantra, the breath, the meditation, the asana, the music, to make this comprehensive practice that's very powerful. So I just wanted to share that with people, just to give you like a little bit more of an idea what Kundalini Yoga is in the form Yogi Bhajan's Kundalini Yoga, how it's taught, kind of what it's like. That's the main form of Kundalini Yoga that you would find in the West. So I hope that gives you a good understanding or a little bit better understanding of the practice. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions, and hope to maybe see you in a class sometime.